definite moves you're supposed to do. But what sets the routines apart are the different styles among the teams. The Romanians having a very distinctive style of their own. Just the dismount. Oh, that was a nice landing.
Eugenia Golea of Romania, and the Romanians, who looked very uptight in the training we witnessed last week, looked very relaxed, very comfortable today.
There's that back walk of back handspring. And you can see her shoulders just dipped a little to the right. And a nice dismount. The half turn opens it up. She looks for a landing and just nails the dismount.
This is a team with such depth. And a 9.75 for Golea. So 2 consecutive scores. A very high standard for the Romanians. Next up is Celestina Popa, an 18-year-old who started gymnastics at the age of 9, which in Romania is a late start.
Again, with the Romanian team, we're looking for the little extras that they add to the routine. They do go by the text, but then they just work so much more with their upper body. Nice full turn. And right here, for instance, Chris, she'll lift her leg high before she starts the back walk of her back handspring and ends with it up in the air. Very well done. Oh, a nice split. Little bend of the arms in the handstand. And you can see right at the end of that split, she sort of lifted her head just a slight bit. Trying to add all the extra little touches to impress the judges. Well, that was a big step on the dismount. She opened it much too late.
Looked like she had an excellent exercise going until the dismount.
I was just going to say, the Romanians have been having a pretty easy time up on the balance beam, but that's a major deduction for the judges to take some points off of. Get another peek at the dismount. She does the cartwheel, the half turn, nice tight salto. Opens it up, but really has a lot of extra over rotation.
4'7", 68 pounds, 18-year-old Celestina Popa. And her score, 9.8, even with the dismount of Romania. She's 15 years of age.
I've really been impressed with this gymnast. She has come up very strong, and as you can tell by her lineup, she's third last on the Romanian team. Now, she works this routine as if she was on the floor. You know, there's not a lot of room for error, especially on the balance beam, and they know the Soviets are behind them. Ooh, that was really nice. Now, she did something very different. She brought her legs together in the air and then opened them up for the split. And then again, lifting the head on the split. Always up on the toes. This has been a really nice beam routine. Just the dismount. Okay, that was excellent.
Gabriel Podorak, 15-year-old from Romania. Too young for the World Championships last year. At least the coaches said so, although she is the same age as the world champion, Aurelia Dobre.
Now here's this element. She did something just a little different. Look at that. Brought her feet together and then split them open. That was really nice. There's the handstand split with the quarter turn. And lifts her head right at the end. And the dismount, taking it right up, opening up. And a small hop, a little uncharacteristic of the Romanian team.
So they've had some problems with their dismounts. This lady has no problems at all on the beam, Daniela Silovac.
She is definitely one of my favorites, and I really enjoy Daniela, especially on the balance beam. She's had some problems in the past, and at last year's World Championships actually had a fall on this apparatus. Oh, that's a small wobble. Now, when you're going for the all-around gold, especially in the individual competition, something like that will hurt. Okay, and she didn't lift her leg on the back handspring. Again, it's not a requirement, but it is extra amplitude for the judges, and it will impress them if you do go out of and do extra little bits and pieces for these routines.
Surprising, we've watched her 10, 15 times on the bar in practice this week and really haven't noticed any flaws at all.
Well, she's holding back just a little bit. Okay, and she sticks to landing.
Well, perhaps in the back of her mind was what happened at the '87 World Championships in Rotterdam when she had a mishap on the beam.
Here we'll take another look at this important element in the compulsory routine is back walker, back handspring, but she doesn't hold her leg up. But this was the highlight of her beam routine, her dismount. She opens up and just really nails the landing.
At age 8, she listed her goal to be as good as Nadia, and 1988 is her opportunity to do that. Doesn't look happy, though, with that performance on the beam. A gold medalist at the World Championships in '85 on beam. And a 9.875 for Daniela Silovac. All-around world champion Aurelia Dobre.
Aurelia was terrific at last year's World Championships. She made beam finals and also in the all-around competition. Just went through like she was in the practice gym. She was not affected at all by any of the photographers or the pressure.
You'll notice that her left knee is wrapped. She's had knee problems this year. It has affected her training, and it's a reason many gymnastics people don't expect her to repeat what she did at Rotterdam here.
Now that was really nice. She has extreme flexibility and really shows it off in this routine well. A lot of pressure on this gymnast, of course, being the '87 world champion, and also with the injury, trying to see how the knee will hold up. There's another example of the beautiful flexibility.
And as Ben Johnson mentioned, when you're on top of the world and then things start to go wrong, rumors crop up. We even heard that maybe she wouldn't compete here, but she looks very sharp.
You know, Chris, there were just a few small, little minor errors in this balance beam routine. It wasn't the sharpest routine that I've seen from Aurelia, but I know she's glad to have this event out of the way. Again, I mentioned her flexibility, and there's a perfect example right there. She didn't quite stick her dismount.